took everything that I had, yeah. Walked away, but you left one thing behind. You're wondering just what that is. Yes, you are. Well, the world stops spinning around, I'll be rocking. When the wall comes tumbling down, I'll be there. When the world stops spinning around, I'll be rocking. We're gonna make a little love down by the water. Maybe have a son, maybe have a daughter when the music man calls. That's when I gotta play. So I burn for the things I never had. I'm burning with hate, with love. Spin around, round. 'Cause as a boy I had a dream. Carry it with me today. Yes, I do. When the world stops spinning around, I'll be rocking. When the walls come tumbling down, I'll be there. When the world stops spinning around, I'll be rocking. When the world stops spinning around, I'll be rocking. When the wall comes tumbling down, I'll be there. Hey, 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 hey. When the world stops spinning around, I'll be rocking. When the world stops spinning around, I'll be rocking.
Giottos is so good. These chocolates are what? Chocolates? We're here about astrophotography. What are we doing? Wrong video. Whoops.
Over me, got a way of your own. But I told you that life ain't a fantasy. Now I watch you every day. Turn it up, it's just your way. Rocket fuel runs through your brain. Like I told you on the train, that it's the only thing she knows. The only thing she knows. The only thing she knows. That it's the only, 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 only thing she knows. She knows. So it started to rain. Met a woman with eyes like a hurricane. Told her she was the one. And she looked at the moon, calling me and said, now I watch you every day. Turn it up, it's just your way. Rocket fuel runs through your brain. Like I told you on the train. Well, it's the only thing she knows. The only thing she knows. The only thing she knows. Said it's telescope now. Damn, what's wrong with this thing?
The lost Lone Ranger, can I break this spell? One thing right, who I may do two things wrong. If I walk that fine line, I will always take the fall. If I just do left, I can hear from the right. I sleep all day long, and then I'm dreaming through the night. I've seen a lot of bankers, and I've seen a lot of cops. I've seen a lot of lawyers pull out all the stops. I've seen a lot of children with their parents in their hands. I felt a lot of women refuse to understand. Well, I don't think I understand why we're making such a fuss. And I don't think I understand what's come of all of us. And I don't think I understand why we take this world for granted. I just want to get right back to Guitar Players Planet. You see it in the papers, you read it every day. The riots and the fires going on in South LA. The muggers and the government, they're all wanting the same thing. They take all your money, whatever else spring. Well, I don't think I understand why we're making such a fuss. And I don't think I understand what's come of all of us. And I don't think I understand why we take this world for granted. I just want to get right back to Guitar Players Planet. Take me. Well, I don't think I understand why we're making such a fuss. And I don't think I understand what's come of all of us. And I don't think I understand why we take this world for granted. I just want to get right back to Guitar Players Planet. 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 Guitar Players Planet.
It's gotta mean something. It's gotta.
Sunny skies, the smell of palm tree air. Looking back, I could never feel fair. The way the music has touched my soul, the way that the South holds its control. But I've got a new way to choose. I'm gonna start running back to the land of new. Oh, na 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 na. That I have lost my old friend. Got the sunset off the highway again. Then I get lost on a long summer day. I must go back before it's too late. You're afraid, you're feeling alone. Time and space can never unfold. The holidays can ring in your fear. The ghostly embrace can only mean tears. And I've got a new way to choose. I'm gonna start running back to lands of blue. Oh, na 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 na. Sitting at the lake, I'm feeling confused, but I had my guitar, so I played this blues. But I'm afraid, the war might be true, that I might never be back again. Seems to me that I've lost my old friend. Got the sunset off the highway again. Then I get lost on a long summer day. I must be back before it's too late. Before it's too late.
Someone to take me down at night. Someone to make my day. New revelation fills my soul. Oh, I can waste away. You distracting my attention. You're all that's on my mind. You not looking for perfection, but you're too hard to find. Now the first night is coming.
So it's a wonderful night tonight. It's really good. You know, cloudy nights and not cloudy nights, but clear dark sky and you know, was it clear outside? Says it's going to be a wonderful night tonight. I mean, tonight, last night was wonderful. Tomorrow's supposed to be great. So I think I'm going to leave my telescope out all night, and it's going to be a really nice night tonight. So I'm hoping to get some really good shots of the Cave Nebula, which is part of my astrophotography meets D&D imaging. I know it's kind of looks scary, like the way I look at my eyes, kind of crazy. But it's pretty cool. But I'm super excited for tonight, and let's see what kind of data I got. Well, yeah.
Dirty. I swear to God, these clouds are just pissing me the off. I don't understand. I don't listen to these things anymore. I can't take it. New York, you suck. And you know what? I'm so done with all this. My telescope's out here, chilling out, and all I got is freaking clouds and PhD beeping at me for no goddamn end. Unbelievable. What am I gonna do? I need to move. I'm so finished with this. I hate this.
Walked away to what you thought was real. You took everything that I had, yeah. Walked away, but you left one thing behind. You're wondering just what that is. Yes, you are. Well, the world stops spinning around, I'll be rocking. When the wall comes tumbling down, I'll be there. When the world stops spinning around, I'll be rocking. We're gonna make a little love down by the water. Maybe have a son, maybe have a daughter when the music man calls. That's when I gotta play. So I burn for the things I never had. I'm
Giottos are so good. These chocolates are what? Chocolates? We're here about astrophotography. What are we doing? Wrong video. Whoops.
Over me, got a way of your own. But I told you that life ain't a fantasy. Now I watch you every day. Turn it up, it's just your way. Rocket fuel runs through your brain. Like I told you on the train, that it's the only thing she knows. The only thing she knows. The only thing she knows. That it's the only thing she knows. She knows. So it started to rain. Met a woman with eyes like a hurricane. Told her she was the one. When she looked at the moon, calling me and said, now I watch you every day. Turn it up, it's just your way. Rocket fuel runs through your brain. Like I told you on the train. Well, it's the only thing she knows. The only thing she knows. The only thing she knows. Said it's the only thing she knows. Got up on the wrong side and I'm getting burned again. That grass is looking brown today. Well, it's the only thing she knows. The only thing she knows. The only thing she knows. That it's the only thing she knows. I woke up on the wrong side and I'm getting burned again. That grass looking brown today. Said it's the only thing she knows. The only thing she knows. The only thing she knows. That it's the only thing she knows. 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 Said it's the only thing she knows. She knows. She knows. She knows. What the hell's wrong with my telescope now? Damn, what's wrong with this thing?
The lost Lone Ranger, can I break this spell? felt a lot of women refuse to understand. And I don't think I understand why we're making such a fuss. And I don't think I understand what's come of all of us. And I don't think I understand why we take this world for granted. I just want to get right back to Guitar Players Planet. You see it in the papers, you read it every day. The riots and the fires going on in South LA. The muggers and the government, they're all wanting the same thing. They take all your money, whatever spring. And I don't think I understand why we're making such a fuss. And I don't think I understand what's come of all of us. And I don't think I understand why we take this world for granted. I just want to get right back to Guitar Players Planet. Take me. And I don't think I understand why we're making such a fuss. And I don't think I understand what's come of all of us. And I don't think I understand why we take this world for granted. I just want to get right back to Guitar Players Planet. 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 Guitar Players Planet.
It's gotta mean something. It's gotta.
Sunny skies, the smell of palm tree air. Looking back, I could never feel fair. The way the music has touched my soul, the way that the South holds its control. But I've got a new way to choose. I'm gonna start running back to the lands of the new. Oh, na 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 na. Seems to me that I have lost my old friend. Got the sunset off the highway again. Did I get lost on a long summer day? I must go back before it's too.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? We be here, and it's Friday. Yes, it is Friday. What's happening, everybody? We're here tonight again for another rendition of our lovely Astro show with me and Eric, and I think Dave's taking a day off. I don't know why it says on my thing it says 69 and clear, but it's pouring rain outside. So I don't know. I don't understand what that is. Is that even New York? I don't even know. But yeah, so we're here tonight and it's potluck night because I don't think any of us had the time to kind of make up a some sort of topic of conversation tonight. So we're gonna wing it tonight. And I don't know why
Okay,
Eric
it's
doesn't
okay. 'Cause
have a
I always,
name under him.
I am no name.
There we
Who
go.
are you?
Oh, and I got
Who are
two
you?
names.
I am nobody.
I,
I am nobody.
Bueller, Bueller.
Bueller. The odd. It's like the Odyssey. Who are you? I am nobody.
I I am nobody. Let's see. Get rid of that. There we go. That's what I wanted to get rid of.
Nobody stole my sheep. Nobody stole my golden fleece.
Oh man. So I mean tonight, I mean really it's just I don't know what you want to talk about because I've been working all day. I've been dealing with like work stuff and you know how it is. And for those of you guys that and girls that watch the show, um when we go through a remodel in McDonald's, it's all hands on deck and we're still trying to get the store open by Wednesday. And so that's what we're going through now and it's a complete I just had to put the entire rack system together again. We had to take it down and put it back up because the fire department said it was too close to an electrical panel. So yeah, the New York wants a 33-inch clearance between anything and their electrical panels. So it's it's not fun. It's not fun. So we had a nice 82-inch network rack all set up with everything.
Okay.
Yeah, the fire department said, "Nope, can't have the network rack in here." So we had to get wall mounts and put everything on the wall mounts.
It happens.
Sucks. I got to go back there tomorrow and finish the networks up, but none of the peripherals are in. So I got to do everything tomorrow. So, but that's what I'm up to. What you been up to, Eric?
Oh,
I got dinner coming too. So
just just working and getting ready. I'm gonna getting ready for rehab next week for PT for my lower back and leg and all that stuff. So looking forward to getting the crap beat out of me by my physical therapist. So so I can get ready for finally being able to swing a golf club soon enough.
yay!
Hey, but it looks like there may be some clear, maybe a chance for some clear skies. We got some intermittent clouds that are supposed to break up a little bit. It's like 3%, 2%, stuff like that. They're supposed to break up in between, and they're supposed to get better skies on Sunday. So I'm
Okay.
thinking tonight, though, it's more towards after midnight where it's supposed to get a bit clearer.
Don't forget the moon's getting bigger too. So I mean,
The moon's getting larger. Beyond's
um,
getting larger. But
oh,
but yeah, I am shooting, but I'm shooting away from the moon. I'm shooting north.
okay,
I'm going
gotcha.
north. I'm going to Iris. I'm going to the
Ah,
Iris name. So
there you go.
yes,
Yeah.
but with the 533 and the Edge 8, I have still not put the refractor up. I'm just having a lot of fun with the Edge 8 right now. I've just been doing a lot of stuff with it. But yeah, so I've been so I got some data on the Iris a couple days ago, primarily luminance in blue.
Okay.
When,
Okay.
once the it got towards the meridian, it got towards the peak. That's when before and after the meridian. That's when I got. No, it wasn't even a meridian flip because it flips at 4. It flips like at 4 o'clock in the morning or just before 4 o'clock
Okay.
in the morning.
There you
It
go.
flips. So I was just pointing straight up as high, just letting it go, for my luminance and for my blue, just alternating between the two. 10 shots here, 10 shots there, and just keeps going back and forth. And tonight, I'm probably going to do the same. Get some more luminance and some more blue. And maybe Sunday, that's when I'll work on red and green. Is on Sunday, and see how that all goes. Yeah. So one thing is, for those who missed this past show, this past Wednesday, we talked a lot about scripts and processing in PixInsight utilizing scripts. And there were a couple of scripts that were pointed out to me that I, was kind of not aware of, but I have downloaded them and and I've been kind of utilizing them a little bit on my propeller. So let's go here to share my screen and let you take a look at the progress that I made.
Gotta make sure your green screen's off.
Yeah,
I'll take care of that from here. Don't worry.
Yeah, okay. I don't think there's any green in this, so I think we're good. So let's find out. Okay, we're good.
Okay,
it looks good. So here it is. If I went back to, what I did was there were a couple scripts that I ran. There were a few. There was this narrowband, star combination. No, what was it? Sorry. Let's see here. There's so many different ones that you can use. Image blend. That was one that I did use to come up with this that I have here now. Combining my RGB, which was the red, which was predominantly, if I move this out of the way, was this guy here. Okay, so it had a bit more red in it. And the SHO, and then, tweaking these guys a bit, the black points and stuff like that. And this was kind of cool because I didn't know really about image blend until you guys here in the chat mentioned image blend. So this is definitely one of an additional script that I'm definitely going to be using now. It's going to be probably a regularly used script for me, especially when it comes to narrowband and RGB. And you can either, if you were using RGB with RGB stars, you can blend it to here. If you wanted to do a starless SHO and you had RGB data with the stars in it, you can blend those together, and then you can choose your blend modes. And create it with, send it out to a new image. There's all these other different ones too, but I haven't really, some of them look like, holy cow, why do this? Such as like multiply.
Yep.
Because now you have a little bit more of that red, right? That was in the broadband data, so you have something like that. But then there's others that you're just like, what in the? It's darker color is not too bad. There was a couple of them here. Was it overlay? Was maybe one of them? Yeah, it's like, what in the world? Or vivid light. It's just, these different ones, or color burn, that make absolutely no sense whatsoever.
Yep.
But I'm sure that they have their purposes, or you have a need for those different types of blend modes. But the point is that you have this script here, and it's a lot of fun just to tinker around with and to play with, right? So that for sure, that's one that I was messing around with, and this one was developed by Mike Cranfield. Um, and I'm sure I had downloaded it, for something or part of, a toolbox where it had a few more scripts, and it just came along for the ride. Um, and then there's not a yeah, or you have the default, which is replace. So yeah, Tom, you're absolutely right. It's a great script just to tinker around with, to play with, figure things out as far as your adjustments on both views, as far as the black points, highlights, and midtones and stuff like that. Even setting the opacity of one versus another. So you can have one be stronger than another. So yeah, this is quite cool as far as this script here. And then there was the other one. I want to say was uh, yeah, I think it was this one, the color mapper. And I think this is another one. I haven't figured this one out yet. I'll be honest with you. But this is another one that was developed by Mike Cranfield. I just haven't had a chance to really get into this one just yet, to really understand what I can do, can't do, and stuff like that. So I'm going to keep playing around, figuring this one out and understanding that. I believe, was this the one? Yeah, this is the one actually that Adam Block worked on with Mike. So this is the one I heard a lot about. So I'll have to go back, and if you haven't had a chance to check out Adam Block's video on this, he has a video on this that briefly does a brief overview of the narrowband color mapper. But then you would probably then, to get even more information, you might want to consider subscribing to maybe his foundations or one of his suites of processing tutorials to
there's the horizons and the fundamentals, I think.
Yeah, so you may want to just double check that and check those out.
Yeah, the beginning one is really good. It's very deep dive on everything. He does a really good job explaining the whys thing. I believe that Dave said that last week. That and he really does. He does a really good job. He's been on the show twice, and he's a really good guy, super smart. And if you really want to learn the whys that things actually work and how they work and all the intricacies that go into it, definitely, even just the fundamentals, just on how calibration frames actually work. I mean, he goes in through like a 2-hour dissertation on how darks work. so I mean, it's really, really, really cool though. I can't hear you.
Let me see. Here we go. And I'm going to drag this over here to this screen as soon as I get a chance. So, okay, so there's that. Now, another thing is, of course, that we all know now is that we are now into galaxy season is pretty much over, and now we're into the summer nebula season. And the Milky Way, the Earth has rotated now to the point where now the arm of the Milky Way is now covering or blocking those distant galaxies. So what is another thing we can maybe talk about is what's in the night sky a bit for now with June and coming up here in the summer and stuff, as we move further and further into summer. And one thing I would definitely recommend is to get an idea, look for some planning tools. such as, maybe utilizing Telescopius. You can sign up for sign up and help contribute, through Patreon to Telescopius. And you can contribute as little as $1 to as much as you want to help the developer out. Or you can grab, just like I have here from Charles Bracken, you can grab your own custom astrophotography planner that can help you get an idea of, based off of your location, your GPS location, your longitude and latitude, what targets, and probably the more popular or well-known targets, I would say, are in the night sky for you at a given period of the year. So if we go here, and I'm just going to hop over to an area here. This is, and let's see if I can expand this or zoom this in. This is the annual visibility of all objects that he has here in this planner for my longitude and latitude here in Illinois. So I'll just bring this up a little bit bigger here. So there's quite a few targets, that you can go after during the year. And trust me, you won't be probably able to get all of them unless you have some really dark skies and you don't have a lot of cloud cover or stuff like that. But here we are, we're in June, and we're right here in mid-June. So you can take a look at the darker the area, the more prevalent it is as far as the number of hours you will be able to get for that target, during that target. And you need to go, the website to get there is it is
Deep Sky Primer.
Yes, Deep Sky Primer. I believe it's deepskyprimer.com or .net. Let me just look that up here. Or .com. No, it may be .net, and I will look up the email address here. I'll pop it into my Outlook, and I will take a look at it, so you can get the email address for here. Let me drag this over. Let me get this over here. So it's not.
Send you the astrophotography plan. It's Digital Stars is his website.
Okay, the Digital Stars for his website, and
there's the website.
There you go.
And if you email him from that website, just email him, go into contact me.
There you go.
And then you could definitely go email him and say, hey, listen, this is my latitude. Can you give me mine? And what does he charge you? Like $20, $25?
I think it's $25. So I have to get, so this was good, and this was good for 3 years, I want to say.
Yeah, I was right. His email address is Deep Sky Primer. Sorry.
Yeah, Deep Sky Primer. Yep. So this was done in 2022. So it's for a couple years here. So it's for 2022, 2023, and 2024. So 3 years for $25 of information on, get an idea of when the moonless or darkest hours are for you, and detailed charts for, those certain objects that are in your area. So definitely, and as you can see,
I wonder if he'll give you, like, if you ask him, if he'll give you like a Sharpless catalog for your area. You know what I mean?
Maybe.
Or a Messier catalog for your area, or your top NGCs or something like that. I wonder if he would do that.
Yeah, I'm not sure. But it is, but Charlie will get back to you. You reach out to him. He is really good at responding and giving you, helping you out, getting you the information you're looking for. So he is a really, really good resource. So as you can see here, there's pages of information here on different targets that are in my particular area. So, and again, if we go to, I'm just going to hop over to page 12 here. There we go. The sorry, let me do that. The annual visibility of all objects, and we can take a look see around this time. For me, it is here. I'm only going to be getting maybe a couple hours, maybe up to 6 hours, pending on the target, and going after these. Now, I would normally. I would probably be looking at maybe the blue horsehead or roe this time of year, of course, and going after them. But I usually, but the last time I've imaged those, I was actually at my campsite where it was a much darker in Wisconsin, and I was able to grab those. So here in where I live at my house, when I'm facing south, I can only really get my clearance from my house and all in the trees. It's just above maybe 25 or 26 degrees, and these are kind of low for me. So if I don't have clear, like just a clear view of the horizon and up, with very little tree cover and houses blocking me, then I'm not going to be able to get those. So it's one of
So
those.
Eric, just so you know, I mean, I might have missed it because Jen was bringing in my dinner. So if I did, I'm sorry. But the prime time to image these in your area, the darker, the better for the more
Correct.
time that you have,
Or
right?
more time. Yes. The darker the darker the area, the longer the number of hours you would get to image.
So I
as you can
would
see,
do M81, M82 from September to, I mean, pretty much all year until April.
Yeah, exactly.
And
Exactly.
but like if you take a look at, let's say, this was it the what is that, the Splinter Galaxy,
Yeah,
where it's only really kind of good for that galaxy season area, which just ended.
exactly.
So,
We're just
and you don't have a lot of time to get it either. So you want to take that into, I mean, take a look at M3. It looks like it's got a
yep.
really
Here's
small dark bar, right? So
Let
from
me
March
expand
to
this a little
April,
bit.
right?
Yeah, so let me expand this a little bit here to make it easier to see. So here's M3.
Yeah.
So here's your darker area, so which is basically kind of around that 6 to 8. That kind of looks like 6 to 8 hours
Yep.
for M3, for example. And that's from, March until what is that?
It's like middle April.
Mid-April, just about early to mid-April, right? So, but definitely, so I would recommend, again, Telescopius as a good online resource. This is the custom planners are a fantastic resource, especially for $25 to get targets that are in your specific area or that are in based off of your latitude, that you can be able to achieve, some good results, right? So definitely take advantage of that. Now, as you can see here, when we're getting a little closer, you have the blue horse head, you have roe, and you have, I think, the snake and pipe, which is a dark nebula, the trifid, the lagoon. These are all your summer southern targets. So great, Max. Matt said it was $19.99. You can't beat this for $20. You really, really can't. For $20, you cannot beat this.
Yep.
And here you have, these are a lot of southern facing targets here. And a lot of these, as you can see, such as roe and the snake and pipe and the trifid, you can see that they're pretty light. So that is probably 2 to 4 hours, or by 2 to 4 hours. That's all you're going to get. So you have to really
That's
plan
really below.
accordingly.
That's really because it's really low and it goes.
Yes.
It goes down pretty far. And don't forget, you got to know what's your area too. So, like,
Yes.
even though that I could get M8 and M20 from my house, barely
Mm-hmm.
over the house,
Yeah.
I'm only going to get about an hour because it skims the house and goes under the house. Even though it's still up, I can't see it because it's on the other side of the house. So just keep in mind that when you're doing these low objects, these low gray objects, you may have to have visibility to the horizon in order to get them.
Yeah. And I mean, if you, for example, here, the Draco Trio, a great group of triplet of galaxies. You can see here, this is available to me pretty much year round. It's more prevalent, of course, during galaxy season, but I can still grab this because of my latitude. Because me being at 42 degrees north, it's much better for me versus something like Rho, or the blue horsehead, or these other southern targets, which would be better for me if, say, I was living maybe in Tennessee, Georgia, definitely Florida, stuff like that. That would be great. These I would probably get a lot more time, right? Because I would be further south.
Yeah, it'd be so much higher.
So there would be so much higher. I could get so much more time, stuff like that. So, there's um, just a wealth of information here. This has been my unicorn, the Dark Shark. I
Yep.
mean, God, I love Dark Nebula because of their opacity, and I find them extremely difficult because you can't really see the object because it's so opaque. You really can't see how well your data is for the most part.
Yeah,
So
you just got to cross your fingers and
yeah,
hope for the best.
and hope for the best, because every time I've gone after the Dark Shark, be it using my Rasa or my refractor, it's always sucked. I'll be
Yeah,
honest.
well, no, that's not necessarily true. You have a half decent one from last year, so
Yeah, maybe for a couple of years ago, I may have had but see, again, that's half decent.
yeah.
It's just because they're so, and that's why I love them so much, because they're so freaking challenging.
And you got to get a crap depending on your Bortle skies, you got to get a crap ton of data to do it. So or go
Yes.
to a dark sky. Like, I got really lucky with that, that Nebraska trip. I got really lucky with that. So I was able to
Mhm.
get Barnard Z and the seahorse.
Yeah, yeah.
Unfortunately, I wasn't able to get the blue horse in because even in Cherry Springs, it just
Mhm,
skims over there's a very high, you're literally in a valley of trees and it skims right over the tree lines. So
mhm.
it wasn't enough time. I couldn't get enough time involved in it to make it worth it,
Sure,
you know?
sure.
So,
Yeah. So there are, SH2 132 for sure. The bat and the squid.
yep.
Um, there are just
OU4.
these. Oh, yeah, OU. Oh God, the squid. God, OU4. I am at some point. I am gonna nail that sun gun. I'm
You're
gonna
gonna
get it.
you're gonna take O3 on every moonless night for the next 15 years to get
Exactly. Exactly. But the point is that there are so many cool things now, that are back in the night sky. You still have some good, really cool galaxies that you can go after. They're just a little closer to us, and of course, like the whirlpool and the
Yeah,
pinwheel and
yeah.
even the splinter and stuff like that. So you can still get some galaxies, but now we're back into the emission and the reflection nebulae and the
Yep.
dark nebulae, and that's what and these are the ones I really enjoy. So at some point, the refractor's gonna take center stage on the mount versus the edge. But right now, I'm just having too much fun with it. So yeah.
I can't wait. I think I'm about 2 months away from Starfest, so we'll be going back up to Canada with the Canucks,
Hmm.
and going up there, and probably going to be imaging again from Ron's house or Sean's house, one or the other.
Yeah.
And we'll be doing that. That'll be a lot of fun. That's where I got the Barnard's E, I think, and that was about Bortle. I guess Ron's at like a Bortle 5, I think.
Okay.
So, it's a little bit brighter than the actual Starfest field, but you know what? Being able to image at a Bortle 5 and just to crawl into bed is definitely,
Yeah.
definitely a plus. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
So
Yes.
could have a couple of cocktails and image and then go crash and get the data in the morning. But let me tell you something. I did, we were talking about the RoboCopy in Nina.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
And over wireless, it's not very kind of quick. It's not quick enough. Um,
Yeah. Depending on your strength. Yeah.
um
Sure.
my, my my strength is pretty darn good, but it's just not the sizes of the files.
Oh yeah.
uh,
Then yeah. What
The
size are your
sizes of
file?
the files. So I did it a little differently, and I'll kind of show you. Give me a second. I'm gonna go grab this for a second, and I'm gonna drop stuff while I'm doing it. So give me a second. I'm gonna
Yeah.
try and
So yeah. So right now, while Dan is doing that, I'm gonna go back to the Edge and just bragging about the Edge and the 533 combo, because honestly, that small sensor, square sensor, you don't need to worry about cropping or anything like that. I think it's fantastic for mosaics. Even though I haven't done any mosaics personally yet, but I think it's going to be fantastic for mosaics. But another thing, it's just that narrow field of view. So if I share my screen again here, I will share with you guys um, the iris here, and let me see if I can. I'll zoom this in, and this is what I can get. This is what I can get with the 533 and the Edge 8, and this is at f7. Okay, so if this was at f10, which I think after this year I'm going to plan on taking out the reducer and going f10, maybe after this summer, maybe getting back towards into the fall or moving back towards Galaxy season, I'm going to go start going exclusively F10 with the Edge. But just the if you like if you like if you're the type of person who likes reach, if you like to go and get as much reach as possible and get as much detail as possible. I mean, for the most part, you can't get without me, if I went F10, I'll probably be like this. You can't get any better than that. If you really want to still have some detail or stuff like that with some, with certain types of targets, especially those smaller planetaries, of course, and stuff like that. Um, in those fainter galaxies, I just am having an awesome time with this. And I did finally also see Deep Sky Dad's video that you were telling me about his flat panels
yep.
now that are that are compatible with the ASI Air. I'm
Yeah,
impressed.
well, so just so you know, you do have to buy the cable. There's an
Yes.
ASI Air module that goes with it.
Yep.
So just make sure that you purchase that. It's another 50 euros. So it's about another $65.
Hmm.
So make sure you get that as well. And do he also sells one with a heater and without a heater. So make sure you specify if you're ordering it from me, make sure you specify if you want heater or that cable. So
Gotcha.
there are options on there on the website in order to pick and choose. But The way he does it is kind of weird, though. It's not like sizes of flat panels. It's based on the telescope model because all of the dew shields, because they clamp onto the dew shields, and all of the dew shields are like different sizes. So everything is so it's taking me a little bit longer to get them all on the website because there's so many different models. So
For sure.
if you want something specific, if you need something specific, email me with that model and I'll put that up for you. But I mean, it's gonna take me a while to get them up there. It's only me doing this. It's it. But anyway, this is what I got. This is what I got, and this thing is freaking cool.
What is that?
And I open it.
Oh, an M2 reader.
This
Is that
is
an M2 reader?
It's an M2 USB-C enclosure that I put
Enclosure. Okay.
that I put on top of my. It's a 2 terabyte drive in here. It's USB 3.0 or USB-C. You know, it's USB-C on one side. There is another USB-C cable that you can use for higher speed transfers, but this is fast enough for me. And this was $35 for the enclosure.
Okay.
Of course, depending on how much space you want, you can, right now, the 2 terabyte 990 Pro is going for like $169. So,
Yeah.
I bought 2 of them.
Yeah, and that's a real. The 990s are those Samsung 990s are really really good.
Yeah. So what I did is I just take this and I put the RoboCopy on with this.
There you go.
Then pop it in there and be done with it. Now, is it an extra step? Why not use a thumb drive? Some people might say, why not just do that? And you could. There's nothing wrong. There's USB 3.0 thumb drives, but I like the stability of the SSD. I love the speed. I think it goes up to 1500 kilobits per second. I think
Yeah,
on
it's
it.
fast.
It's super
It's
fast.
fast.
And you know what? And you just sit there and you pop it in, and I just copy it to my NAS, and it's good to go. But this thing was awesome. Thank you to Tom Bramwell for giving me this. Is it's called the Kiwi. So Kiwi is the name, and some random kind of Amazon whatever. But it's really really cool. Again, you just light it up, and there's your M2.
Yep.
Pop it in, and you're good to go. And I velcroed it on the back so I could go. You can kind of see the Velcro on there. So I put Velcro on the back of it so I can Velcro it to the Eagle and pop it on there.
Gotcha.
That's it.
Gotcha.
And that's it.
Let's see. There, I'm just looking at my app, the Moon Phase app.
Yep.
For to know what moon phase we're in right now. Now we're at half. Basically a little over half.
Yep.
So okay. So what I'm planning on doing is I'm gonna grab what I can as far as my RGB on the iris, since the iris is facing, so of course it's going towards north, so it's not being obstructed much. I don't by the moon glow or the sky glow. And then I think I'm going to try a little bit of lunar with the 533 and the edge, and see if I can have some fun learning fire capture with the edge.
Nice.
And giving that a go, and doing basically some ROI imaging, so that way I can bump up the frame rate, because I believe the native frame rate is like only 30 frames per second
On the 533.
533.
Yeah, it's something like that, but it goes super crazy once you just use parts of the sensor.
Yeah. When you just start using parts of the sensor, I can climb like at 120 to 140. That's what I've done with this. With when I was doing some light solar, and that seems now doing my white filter solar imaging. I would do that, focusing on like sunspots and stuff like that, and
Yep.
it would be really. And I was getting some really good frame rates, and I was using Sharp Cap for that, but then but yeah, I think I want to try some LRGB mono lucky imaging with the moon. I've never done it. I've never really done it before. I have to probably get back onto some YouTube pages to understand, some things with doing the changing, when I'm changing filters and doing this lucky imaging and stuff, and so I can get enough of it, then do all the combining and everything. But no, I'm looking forward to it.
Cool.
Yeah. So what are you guys out here in the chat? What are you guys working on? I mean, I know we're getting closer towards the full moon, which is, getting closer towards the narrowband stuff. But what are you guys working on here in the middle of June? Let us know here in the chat, and we can also discuss that. And also, don't forget that it's Friday. It's image of the week announcement at 9:30 Eastern. So do not forget to go to astroworldweb.com/IOTW and go ahead and vote if you haven't yet. And as a matter of fact, I'm going to go to the image of the week site, and we're going to do a quick recap of who is running right now. So don't forget that even though this is green here, hopefully you guys can see it because of the green screen, but we are giving away gift certificates, Astro World Telescope gift certificates. First prize $300, second prize $150, third prize is $100. Gift certificates to our image of the year winner and runner-ups. So last week for June 7th, we had a tie with Wilfredo and with Dr. Meyer for Wilfredo Solar and Greg's M100 Galaxy Group. So we had those. And now, again, for the 14th, June 14th, tonight, we have two entries. Greg Yancey's NGC 7000 narrowband of the North America Nebula. And our other narrowband, this one is Starlancer, Jason Pellegrini's LDN 866. So we have some dark nebulosity as well as some emission, hydrogen and sulfur in there mixed in. So both very good entries here. So do not forget to make sure that you vote for your favorite of these two. And we still have 1 week remaining for last month's image of the month. You can just simply go to under images at astroworldweb.com. Under images, you have the image of the month contest. And here we have for May, we have the Spaghetti Nebula by Greg Meyer. We have the Needle Galaxy by Ernie Jacobs. We have Rho Fucus by Sensor 32. We have the Cat's Eye Nebula. This by Scott Schneider. And M101 by Jim Fakatelis.
Very cool.
So,
very cool.
Very cool. So, guys, we only got 22 votes. This has been up for a while. And we still got another week left. Let's boost this number up. Tell your friends, your fellow astronomers, your fellow astrophotographies. Get people that are in your astronomy clubs. Tell them about our website. Tell them about the show. Have them come and take a look at these entries and vote. Vote for their favorite. Let's see if we can get more than this. It costs you nothing. It costs whoever goes here, it doesn't cost them anything to take a look at these images and make their choice. All it does is just cost them a little bit of time and a click of the mouse. All right. Cool.
Eddie. Let's see.
All right.
Yeah, so a lot of people out there were talking about doing the bubble. We're doing IFN projects. I saw another one for Widefield. Some had no real plans. Jackie's playing with solar. Borrowed the club's Lund 50. So there's a lot of people going on. A lot of stuff out there.
Good. So yeah, what is your opinion of the 585? I mean, it's a great budget camera, entry level, deep sky, cool camera. I mean, it's what, $600?
Yep.
So very, very budget friendly. And it does have small pixels. I believe they're 2.9
micron. Yep.
Yep, pixels. So you do have a small sensor.
I like it so much. I bought one. So.
Oh, really?
So I'm still putting it all together. So it's a little bit of a mess, but this is I love this little case that it comes with a little case for it. It's nice. And it's a hard case. It's not like a hard soft case, so it's nice. So just to see if I can give you a look. I saved all the plastic and everything too, but it's a weird looking type of sensor. For those of you that kind of know what sensors kind of look, I don't know if you can kind of see that, but it's
we can see it.
It's more of like a widescreen kind of movie screen kind of thing. So I believe it's a 1.1 by 2.8, if I remember right. It's very long.
Okay.
It's very long. So it's a little different, but it is a really good price point. So I bought one myself. So I'm gonna see what it's gonna look like. We'll see what happens. But a lot of people have been getting some good photos from them for the price. I mean, so I bought it and see what happens.
Okay. Now, is that also one that has 0 amp glow, or is it just minimal amp glow? Okay, so you still need to take darks.
Yeah, you still need to take darks on it, but for $500, I mean, the $600.
Right.
Let's see the 580. Let's see the Uranus. Yeah, I believe it's just
okay.
Low.
So
if I'll show you a picture of a dark, I know I have one on here. Give me a second. Description. I know I have it on their site. So it's kind of got like that, if I remember right. It's got the right kind of side. Nope, I'm sorry. It is a non-amp glow. I'm sorry.
Okay.
It is a non-amp glow.
Well, that's even better.
I'm confusing it with the other one.
That's even better, given the price point that it has no amp glow.
And
so
it comes with the tilt plate.
it even comes with a back tilt plate. That's
tilt plate.
great.
So I got to put that. I got to put that on.
Either
There's
front
a
or
you
back.
got to put it together. And it comes with your regular kind of adapters. Like I need another screwdriver, but it comes with one. And it comes with the cheapest air blower you've ever seen. There you go.
Hey,
Because of that.
it's okay.
And that's pretty much it. So it comes with some right angle kind of USB-C cables and stuff like that. So I'm looking forward to kind of seeing what that's all about. So
now is that the Aries
Uranus,
or is that the Uranus?
the Uranus, yeah. The Aries, I think, is a 294, if I remember right.
Okay.
But I mean, a lot of people were getting some good, and this is the first one that Luca Matico kind of took a lead into, like last year.
Right.
So let's see, the Aries. I'm sorry, the Aries is the 533, and the Artemis is the 294. So.
Gotcha. Okay. Gotcha.
See what brand is that one? That is the Player One Uranus C Pro. That is. It's nice. It's carbon fiber. It's nice. So.
No, that one is carbon fiber.
Oh yeah. It's yeah. Okay. Jackie has a Uranus. She loves it. So a lot of people have them. It's the biggest seller for me right now. For beginning range kind of cameras. The Uranus C is the one that goes the most. I sell 5, 6 a month. I sell at least one a week, at the very least. So. You got 28 minutes to vote, everybody. 28 minutes. All right. Tom's going to the casino tomorrow. Okay, you gotta play 315, 1120, and 1127 on the roulette wheel for me. 315 and 1127. Thank you, Carol. Nice job. Nice voting. One thing's about it, I can cool down to -5 even when still in the 90s. And only use 35 to 45% of the fan power. That's awesome. That's awesome. All right. So what else is going on? So I'm good. I made a decision. I'm gonna sell that. I put it in the chat. I'm gonna sell that Red Cat.
You are?
Yeah, I'm not using it. I'm just not using it. The Red Cat fully loaded with the ASI Air, EAF, 183 filter draw, D3 light pollution filter inside. Everything with the upgraded dovetail, everything. So if somebody wants it, make me an offer, maybe a good offer, because there's a lot of extras on there. So, and it's a Red Cat version 2, so it's not the version 3, so it's version 2. But I'm just not using it. I don't think I'll ever use it, to be honest with you. I bought it because a lot of people were getting it, so I bought it, and I got it for a good price. And I think I got it for I think it was selling for like $680 at the time, and I got it for like $500. So I bought that, and I put it all together. It's fully set up for astrophotography. It's got the whole EAF with the deep sky dad kind of the wheel on it.
Okay, for focusing
for the belt, for the belt, for the yep. So it's got everything.
Yeah.
I just probably want, as far as that low as I go, if I go any lower, I'll buy a camera lens. I'll get like a 135. and
Okay.
I'll throw that on like maybe the Uranus C, and throw that on there, and then do like that. One day I'll do that row of Fucus, kind of the whole cloud kind
Yeah.
of thing. I'll do that.
Right. There you go.
Hello, Newman.
Now, talking a little bit, about these different cameras and um, targets and stuff like that got me thinking, because I might consider. I'm getting so used to using monochrome now versus one shot.
There you
I've been
go.
using monochrome now, so for like the better part of almost 2 years,
Yep.
at least a year, almost 2 years, that it's almost like, do I want to go back and even think about a color camera, even though like I've got my 533
Yep.
MC right
Yep.
here and stuff like that, and I'm not going to get rid of it because it would be great for the Rasa whenever I decide to take out the Rasa,
Oh, sure.
which I really should start thinking about doing, because when we talk about these southern targets, you only have a couple of hours. It's best to probably look at the Rasa to grabbing that data versus my edge, for example. Going
I'm
F2.
really looking. I'm really serious. Two ways I'm looking now. I'm looking at obviously that 8-inch edge that I was talking about for a
Mhm.
steal for like $1,100 or $1,000.
Yeah.
Um, so that I'm thinking about, and I'm thinking about. I want to see if I could dispel some stuff about light pollution and fast scopes. So I'm thinking about getting a fast, like either like I don't know, like an F4 Newt or something like that. That
Like
could
the
grip.
Carbon Star.
Maybe like the Carbon Star, maybe like maybe like the Quattros, or I'm not sure. The Carbon Star might be a good kind of fit, and I want to see if I could dispel some myths about light pollution and fast scopes, because a lot of people out there are saying, yeah, you're bringing in the photons faster, but you're bringing in the light pollution just as fast. So I'm wondering what that kind of looks like. I haven't shot. The last time I shot sub F5 was when I had the 8-inch 3.9 Orion astrograph, the 8-inch, and that was a lot of fun. But I also want the reach as well. So I don't want an
Right.
F4 600. I mean, that doesn't help me. So
Right.
any suggestions? Let me know, people. So I'm looking, probably. I would like to get a nude that's 1,000 millimeters or more. That's semi
Mhm.
fast.
It would be great if ZWO would consider getting a rear facing tilt plate for the cameras like the 533 or the 294 or their 585 and the 183 and alike, because that is the one crux with the Rasa has been tilt. And of course, then, because you need to be so precise with the back focus, and it's always, and from what I've been reading more and more of, it is the crux of it always is it has been more tilt causing the issue of your stars, any elongation of your stars, versus anything like with collimation or anything like that, because this is collimated, the Rasa is collimated pretty well at the factory, so no matter what, it's not going to move around. So then, and you don't, I don't know, I'm not too thrilled of the thought of trying to collimate the Rasa, unlike the edge.
Yep.
So having a back tilt plate that can fit this size of camera, like the Player One, it's just I honestly don't get sometimes where these guys are when you put things out in the chats and in the forums, in Facebook, and this, that, and the other, and you know that there is an actual need for certain things like a rear tilt plate.
Yep.
So you
Yep.
can actually see what you're doing, especially with Nina and the aberration, correct? I think it's the aberration
Spectre.
inspector,
Yep.
that can help you understand, okay, where your tilt is, and if you're too far too away from the center, or if the lower left or upper right is what's needs to be adjusted maybe a little bit on to improve your tilt angle.
Yeah, Hocus Focus will also give you a tilt, kind of tell you how far away you are from the focus, from the flattener, and also where your tilt lies.
Right. And that's my point. So when you have, you know, software like that, and you have a need for a relatively inexpensive, I'd say it's probably what a rear tilt plate really would cost you between 40 to 60 bucks, somewhere around there.
Yep.
If that,
Yep.
build people ZWO, build one for Pete's sake for these guys. I mean, I know there's one for the 266, I believe. I believe there's a rear tilt plate for the 2600.
Okay.
I said 266. I meant the 2600.
Yep.
But for the smaller ones, I mean, you've got the front tilt plate, because I've got one right here. I mean, if I can bring it up here, there is one that's right there.
Hey, good luck with that.
But yeah, good luck with that if you're using that with a Rasa. You won't be able to get that.
So I'm really thinking about, maybe like maybe the 10-inch Quattro, which will give me, an F4 1000.
And that's a lot of light gathering too.
F4 1000 millimeter.
That's a nice sweet spot.
Not
too wide and not too narrow. It's right there. So that's a pretty good sweet spot.
I'm really thinking about that. I'm not too worried about collimation. I know how to do collimation. I'm not worried about that. The obvious coma corrector you'll have to get because you're at F4, so you'll have to get that. And it's heavy, but I got the not for nothing. I got it's cheap. I mean, it's $1,200, right? For the 10-inch, it's $1,200 plus the coma corrector. Maybe add another $3, let's say. So $1,500 for the scope, and it's heavy. Yeah, it's heavy, but I got my EQ8 in the backyard. So what? I can hold 110 pounds on that thing, so I'm not worried about the 36 pounds on the scope. But that would be kind of one of those things that I would throw up there. I mean, that would be a really good scope about that for me. But yeah, Tom, exactly. But I'm outside. I'm not worried about it. You know what I mean? So
yeah, I mean, I think that would be a really good fit. And maybe at some point they'll make a Carbon Star 10-inch.
Yeah.
So who knows?
I mean, not for nothing. I'm super happy with Skywatcher products. I mean, I've been using Skywatcher. Skywatcher products have probably been used the most for me out of everything, including mounts, scopes. When you add them all together, I probably had about 12 different Skywatcher products over the course of my, starting with like the EQM35 way back when, which I used for a couple of years, which is a great, I guess light heavyweight kind of thing, 22 pounds, it's decent. It's a really great mount. I know some people out there were looking at, but if you're running 15-pound kind of payload thing. It's perfect.
Yeah.
Um,
Oh yeah.
and then I went to the Atlas and the EQ6R, which is like the same. The one's a 5, one's a 6. Then I went to the 6. Then I went to the 8. I bought the Esprit. So I mean, I've done so much with Skywatcher stuff. So I'm very, very.
So you got
Um,
experience with them.
yeah, I got a lot of experience with Skywatcher stuff. So it's kind of like that, that kind of comfort zone, I guess you could call it.
Sure.
Um,
Sure.
but nothing. Something. I mean, the Carbon Star is what, an 8?
Yeah, it is. It's an 8.
It's an 8. So I'm just wondering.
Yeah, I want to say it was a. Was the Carbon Star a 150? Was it a 150? The Apertura Carbon Star?
Apertura
Oh, it's a 6. It's a 6.
Oh, it's a 6. It is a 150. All right.
Okay. So it's a 6.
But with the coma corrector, it's 950 for the Carbon Star.
Okay.
That's not bad.
Light.
But it's still an f4 600 millimeter focal length. That doesn't, I got an 800 millimeter f6.3 astrophysics refractor. That spread is not what it's not enough of a spread to me to spend $1,000 on it. You know what I mean?
Right.
Difference between an 8, what is it, 829 or 863 focal length refractor, right? At f6.3, which is what I'm shooting right now, to go from an f4 1000, that's a little bit more of a kind of spread. Not so much in the field of view, but in the light gathering power that the power of grabbing those photons so much, more quicker than f6. So
yeah, and for me, if I'm sticking right now with the 8, like the edge and stuff like that, and if I am going to go down or actually go slower in the future and just take off the reducer and go f10, that's 2000 focal length there. So a 8-inch newt at f4, that's just a little over 800.
Yep.
Focal length. It's not bad.
No.
For f4.
No, that's great.
And I can still use I could still use, like my my flat panel and stuff like that, my Giotto and stuff. So because it's all all fit the same. The imaging circle, though, that's my next question. What is the imaging circle on something like the an 8-inch or 10-inch newt?
Take a look. That's a good question. Let's take a look at the Quattro again.
Okay.
Quattro. Let's go with the 10-inch. Let's say.
Sure.
And let's see, 10-inch, blah blah blah, f4, but the oversized secondary mirror, greater illumination for full frame and CCD. Let's see, does it have focal length, secondary diameter, secondary obstruction, dawes limit, light gathering power, accessories? I don't see a millimeter of, let's see. It's saying oversized for full frame DSLR. So I don't know if it fits everything in there.
Okay.
Let's see.
Okay.
It's saying it's good for full frame sensors. So
okay. Now another thing that I've listening like to Luke Amatico.
Yep.
He had I want to say he got a newt or someone he was talking about. I believe he ended up getting a newt. He ended up having to, I'm not sure which one he got. He ended up having to replace the focuser. Would that be something that you would probably
I'd probably
need to
change the
grow up
focuser
to be.
out. I probably would.
Okay,
Um,
yeah. So that's another expense there.
yeah, but that's not until later. I'd want to play with it and have fun with it. Maybe I'd throw like maybe like a Sesto Senso or something on there, or maybe a focus cube from Pegasus or something like that. I
Okay,
would throw on there just to get me through to kind of play around a little bit with it. Um,
okay,
and at 1000 millimeters, I could still use my same guide camera that I use, the Evo guide.
yep,
I could use that,
okay,
and that's it. You know,
right.
I'd throw the eagle on top of the rings.
Okay. So at least with a Quattro, you can at least use a crop sensor, if not a full frame. You
That's
should be
all
able
I
to use a
have
full
now. So all I have is APS-C anyway. I haven't had a full frame since I got rid of the 16200, which wasn't even
gotcha.
full frame, wasn't even full frame. It was APS-H, which
Mhm.
is right below full frame, right above APS-C. There's a lot of UK camera makers kind of can use that. QHY
Okay.
uses that. But I see a lot of people talking about in the chat some smart scopes and stuff like that. And hey, listen, they're fun. They're fun to use. I mean,
Yep.
I've used the Stellina from Vaonis. I've used the Vespera from Vaonis. I've used the Sea Star from ZWO. I've used the Odyssey from Unistellar.
Okay.
I have not used the newer um, Optima from Celestron. I haven't used it or seen it. I have not even. I don't even know anybody that has one, to be honest with you yet. A lot of people are having fun with these other ones. The price point on that is like $4,000. So I mean, a lot of people, 2,500, you get a Stellina,
Yeah.
and for 500 you get a Sea Star. So I mean, there are things out there that you kind of use it for. But if you're just sitting there and you got kids, I keep on calling. I'm gonna call it this till the day I die. It's the gateway drug thing, So
Okay.
it's kind of like, let me get the Sea Star. All right, cool. I've had fun with it. I've seen what I can see. Now I want to get a scope, and now I
Yeah.
want to get a mount. And now I've graduated from marijuana to cocaine to crack. And so that's what it is. So go from, beers to wine to whiskey. I mean, that's kind of what it is. But I mean, but there is. Hey, listen, there is a lot of cool attachments now going on for the ZWOC Star. Um,
Mhm.
Buckeye Stargazer comes out with an entire kit for filter holders and stuff like that for it. There are people that are putting the Sea Star on wedges to kind of tilt it to the, so you can polar align it.
So you can power
Um,
line it. Interesting.
I'm still not sure how that works because you are using alt as motors, so I'm not sure how that kind of works. Um, I I don't know if you're gonna get any, but I can only assume you could get more longer exposures anyway. So I mean, let's see. Roll up a doobie and get out your Sea Star. There you go. Yo, Ahab, come find my doobie.
Yeah. Yeah.
But
Yeah.
And I'm going to throw a shout out to Steve Malia over in Sea Star at Starfield.
Okay.
Steve, I don't care what you say. The Breakfast Club is the best movie ever. I don't care what you say, Steve. so so don't mess with
Okay.
my 80s coming of age movies. Don't
Okay.
do it.
Sorry. I'm gonna disagree with you there.
I don't
I'm
I don't
still sticking
care.
with an '80s movie. I'm still sticking with '80s movie, but Breakfast Club is in my top five. Probably not. If definitely in the top 10, if not my top five favorites. but hands down for me, it's Top Gun.
Oh,
It will
really?
it will always be forever and always. It will be Top Gun, not the '86 one. Top Gun '86.
Yeah.
Maverick's great. Maverick's great, but the '86 one. '86.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Top Gun's good. No, hey, listen, in all fairness to Steve, Breakfast Club probably isn't even in my top 10, to be honest with you. But you can't sit there and tell me that The Breakfast Club is the worst movie ever. And that's a quote.
Oh God, no. Oh
So-
God, no. No. Not even. No.
I've seen some pretty bad movies recently, and that's Breakfast Club is not even in that.
Not even close. Shoot. If you want to go back to bad '80s but cult classic, Toxic Avenger.
Oh, come on, that was great. I brought up. I didn't bring up the Toxic Avenger, although I probably should have, because I love that movie. The guy with the mop, he's like,
Oh God, yes.
But Attack of the Killer Tomatoes, Attack of the Killer Tomatoes, God, or Killer Clowns from Outer Space. I mean, all these movies that kind of like were so bad that they were good. It's like
it's good. I mean, Swamp Thing.
Swamp Thing. Oh, come on. No, stop. Come on. You had Adrian Barbeau in that. Come on. So that at least made it like a C+ movie.
Mars Attacks, yes.
Mars Attacks.
Yeah.
That was definitely one of Jack Nicholson's worst movies ever. But I mean, that's that was a pretty bad movie.
That was a pretty bad movie.
Pretty bad.
Yeah. And The Howling.
Oh, come on. You can't say that about that.
Maybe the first one wasn't that bad, but when they started adding sequels, forget it.
Yeah, when it was like the Howling 7, The Revenge of the Cat, or something, whatever the hell it was. It's horrible.
Or speaking of the cat people.
No, I got it. I got it. Chud.
Oh God, cannibalistic humanoid underground dwellers.
You got it. Chud. Chud was great. And if you want to see the best Christmas movie of all time, you have to go see Silent Night, Deadly Night. So I used to watch that as a kid every Christmas. But anyway, totally off the rails here.
All right. Totally off the rails. We're gonna swing a little bit back towards.
Yeah, we got 3 minutes to picture the week. We got 3 minutes.
Let me ask you a Newtonian question. So, for those who don't know and understand, when you have an imaging Newtonian, why do you need or should you have a coma corrector? What exactly? Explain a little bit as far as like with coma and why it's strongly recommended to have them.
Well, Gremlins. No, but I'm talking about bad movies.
Sorry.
Gremlins is a good movie.
Gremlins is a classic.
Gremlins is a great movie. And of course, Phoebe Cates is in it, which puts it definitely to at least a B+. So I mean, so that's it.
Bad Times at Ridgemont High, Phoebe Cates. Come on, God.
We could say why that's an A, but I mean, but I won't even go there. But so coma correctors and field flatteners kind of do a very similar combatant kind of thing to deal with the curvature of mirrors and lenses, right? So coma correctors, because of the parabolic mirror of a Newtonian, the outside of the stars won't be flat. It won't be in focus. You'll have an issue. So you need another thing in your optical train to combat the curvature of the mirror. Same thing like the flattener. You use a flattener because now you're doing it in just the opposite direction, right? Because the outside of a refractor is curved outward, right?
Outward.
It's curved
Okay.
outward, and I'm going to screw it up. So I'm not saying concave or the other one. I'm not saying because I'm going to screw it up. Um, so concave or convex, right? Yeah. So I'm not going to say which one is which because I'm going to screw it up. If somebody wants to say it, go right ahead. Um, but the same thing in the flattener. The flattener, you're combating the outward curve of the refractor, and with the coma corrector, you're combating the parabolic curve of the mirror. So
Okay.
at least that's my
Good.
understanding about it. So
Okay. Good. Then what about? Are you more? Do you, because of Newtonian and the like reflectors? Are you pro or con towards diffraction spikes and the vanes?
I hate them. I don't like them. I'm not a fan at all of any means of distraction. I just don't like them. I think they're distracting. I think it takes away from the picture. And this. Remember, this is all about the artist, so it's all about you. A lot of people like diffraction spikes and all that kind of stuff. Some people just like them on bigger stars. Some people just like them on smaller stars. I don't like them at all. I don't like them. I don't like them. I don't want them. So I would love to have them make me a quattro with a curved spider, so we don't have that problem. Um,
Right.
but that's not going to happen. I know one of my customers were also looking at the telescope optics. They make they make a really nice imaging nude with a curved spider vein. So
Okay.
so no none of that. So, and it doesn't look like Doctor Who either, but it looks like a normal star. So,
Gotcha.
but I mean, I guess that's something you're just gonna have to deal with. You know what I mean? I
Yep.
know
That is
Bill
good.
Blanchard kind of makes something that gets rid of the diffraction spikes, and, you know.
We are
Yep,
now at 9:30.
I'm 31.
So 9:31. So we are we are going to go to the polls and
Right.
see
Let me
who
make
we
Leon
have.
larger.
Yes. All right. So here we are. And we got 17 votes. So thank you for everybody who did vote. So we have 17 votes now. We for this week. And let me just refresh, make sure that that's what the fact is. Yep, 17. So, and our winner is between the two because we had Jason and we had Greg, I believe, Yancey, and the winner is
LDN.
Jason Pellegrini, with 13 votes for LDN 886 in Cygnus. So congratulations, sir.
Nice. There you
Well
go. Nice
done.
job.
Well done. So I am going to go ahead and update the site and put this in here. And so congratulations.
There you go. And we got to do a Masters of Pix Insights Friday, right?
Yes, we do.
Yeah, pull that up. Astral World Mars Cam giveaway. There we go. Still call it the Mars Cam giveaway. That's how old this is. All right, so let's do that too. And Mark, by the way, you won the last one. I saw you in the chat. You should get an email tomorrow for last week's. You won the last Masters of Pix Insight last Friday. So nice job. And we're gonna do one more, and I'll send everybody the email later. And here we go. Here is the Wheel of Fortune. And one day I'm gonna put Sean Nielsen's face in the middle of this wheel. I'm gonna put him in there. But All right, so here we go. Let's see who wins the next MLP. And the winner is Ron Joyner. Right? All right, Ron.
Congratulations.
MOP. All right, I'll send you that email too as well. Chicago. There we go. Yeah. Yeah, I'll have to see what I want to do. Maybe with the nude. I don't know. I got to think of because there's going to be some other
You have so many
consequences.
choices.
There's
You
going to
have
be
so many choices.
Yeah, so I mean, there's a premium imaging nude that I was looking at from Telescope Express. Uh, Newtonian. Let's see, where is it? The hell is it? From Telescope Express. There's one out there that had a really nice focuser, and I'll have to find it. But it was like $2,000. It was really, really nice.
Okay.
But I'm seriously thinking about that 10-inch nude. The I don't know. I'm going back and forth between 10-inch Newt and 8-inch Schmidt. I'm not sure which battle I want to fight first. So
Well, collimation, you're going to deal with it either way. So,
yep, that's
I
not matter.
mean, that really doesn't matter unless you have a little bit of nervousness dealing with collimating two mirrors instead of one.
No, not really.
But for you, no, you don't. You know what I mean? You have enough experience. That's not a big deal to you.
No, not really.
So no. I mean,
Go big or go home. That's fine.
Yep, that's pretty much it. Pretty much.
But it's a great scope. They're both great scopes. The 8 Edge and the 10 Quattro. I mean, they're both great. It's just a matter of what camera am I going to put on there, what focuser am I going to put on there, and that's really it.
Right.
That's it, really.
Cool. Just let us know. Let us know what you go with. I
really want to go with the F4 and really see if it makes a difference in my crap skies that I have. I really want to know. I'll do.
Then go for it. I'd be very interested to see.
I'll do like a a shot with the refractor, a 1-minute shot, same camera, same everything, just change out the scope, and then do a 1-minute shot, same thing, do apples to apples, and see what happens.
There you go.
I think that's where I'm gonna go.
Cool. Go for it, then, brother. All right.
Yeah, it's about that time, my friend. It's about time to enjoy Father's Day weekend is here, even though I guess I'm a doggy daddy, I guess. So that's about it. No kids that speak English. So that's fine. They don't get jobs.
You speak English?
No English, no job, no taxes.
I am job.
Oh no, Superman no here. Superman no here.
I am job. I'm at the chicken phone. So, all right, everybody.
Yep. It's
It's
that
been a
time.
great show. It is. It is about that time. Been a great show. Um, had some great topics. Definitely get out there if you can. If you have some clear skies, get out there at Image as much as you can before the full moon. If you're doing any broadband and if you're
Yep.
doing any narrowband, it doesn't matter. You're all good either way. So yeah, and check out these these planning tools. Definitely look into check out Telescopius. Definitely look into Charles Bracken's
Yep.
astrophotography planner for your space and for your area for $20 for 3 years of data and information on some of the best targets for your area. You can't beat it. You really can. So
Yep.
definitely check that out.
Pretty cool. Yeah, and I'm gonna send him an email to see if he'll do something like catalog based. You know,
There you go.
I'm
Why not?
curious to see because I'm really into the narrowband stuff, so I kind of want to get something for just the sharpless
Like
catalog.
Sharpless.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so the just the even if it's just like the 40 best sharpless from my latitude, you know,
Hmm.
that 40 sharpless would last me a
Yeah.
year or two. You know.
Definitely. But also, don't forget, you also, because I know you have it too, you can look into Star Tools,
Oh yeah.
Sky
Oh yeah.
Tools.
Sky
You can
tools,
look
sure.
into
Yep.
Sky
Yep.
Tools, so it can give you that as well.
I gotta play with that a
So,
little
but
bit more. I haven't played with that in a long time since I started getting into Nina. I haven't been playing with it so much.
yeah,
But
yeah, I might, for another show topic, maybe I'll demo a little bit of Sky Tools and how it is integrated, or you can bring in your project into Nina. I
yep.
may, take a look into that because I have done it a couple times, and it is, it's pretty easy to do once, to get the
And
hang
what
of
you could do is you could use um Sky Tools tracking of your project, which is a
it.
little
Yes, you
bit
can.
more, I guess, a little bit more intense and a little bit more customizable than Nina is, even though Nina has the exposure info kind of thing that you could kind of use.
Okay.
But with Sky Tools, you could sit there and dump your pictures in there and say, okay, I've taken these. Here you
Yes.
go, and it'll add it all up and tell you what your total integration time is, how much integration per filter, all that
Yep.
kind of stuff. And you can
Your
match that
signals
to
and
your plan,
noise.
your project.
Yep.
So
You can.
it's actually
Yeah.
pretty cool.
So it's pretty cool stuff. So maybe we'll take a look at that maybe next week or sometime soon.
Yeah. Yeah. It sounds like a good idea. Yeah. We might want to do that.
Okay, awesome. Well,
Cool.
again, everybody have a great weekend. Happy Father's Day to all the dads out there. And just enjoy the weekend. Enjoy your day. Go out there, barbecue, goes to the pool. Jump in the pool. Maybe it's a little hot. Play some golf. Whatever you guys want to do, but just it's your time. Enjoy it. And, have a great one.
Yep. Awesome. All right, everybody. Have a great night. Gonna start kind of getting more guests on the show. We gotta kind of do that. But again, I'll echo just what Eric said. Just happy Father's Day, everybody. Enjoy the weekend. I just got my house power washed, so that was my Father's Day present for myself. And
There you go.
because the dogs weren't doing anything. So I mean, so I may as well pay somebody else to do it. But anyway, everybody have a great night. We'll see everybody on Wednesday. What is it? The 19th, I think it is. So something like that. Wednesday night.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's see. Wednesday. Yeah, the 19th.
Oh,
All right.
true. Hey, man. I mean, shoot, you're just hopping on and we're hopping off. Hopefully, you're up there, over there in
Oh, there
Flagstaff.
he
Hope
is.
everything's
What's going on,
well.
Drew?
So, what's going on, Drew? But hopefully, maybe you catch us, on next week on Wednesday or Friday next week.
Yeah, yeah. Come down on Wednesday. We'll probably play around with some Sky Tools and Nina. We'll do that. So
Yeah. Well, Fredo as well. Everybody, just have a great weekend.
and Matt, Tarek, Jackie, Drew, Tom, Dennis, thank you so much for hanging out in there and enjoying the show with us. I hope we didn't go too far off the rails with our horrible movie segment. But hey, yeah, that's what we do. Sometimes you get these little nuggets of knowledge, and sometimes you just get a whole load of garbage. So we have a lot of fun on this show. We like to keep it up. thank you to everybody that's contributing to us on Patreon and YouTube. Our channel, our subscribers are constantly going up. We're at 2138 subscribers so far. So really nice. Thank you so much for everybody that's been supporting us over the last 5 years. It's been awesome. And it's going to be a lot of fun moving forward. So stay tuned to the SCT slash Newtonian controversy, and we will get back to you very, very soon on that. Maybe probably by after this weekend. I don't know. I might just pull the trigger on something. We'll see. But um, again, everybody have a great Father's Day. Enjoy yourself, barbecue, chill, and remember, as always, keep imaging, keep educating, and clear skies. And we'll see you Wednesday. Have a good night,
See you,
everybody.
bye.
Bye bye.
Everybody. Bye.